it to our hotel. We're gonna kind of look around, see what we see. This is the front valet area, shuttle area. They have this cool little fountain that lights up at night. It's pretty. There's the shuttle over there. This is the lobby area. This hotel used to be 2 office buildings, and they kind of connected the 2 office buildings with this atrium area. This is just kind of some sitting areas we found. Looked kind of cool. Lauren and I are going to play, what is this, checkers? Checkers. All right, so I think they say black goes first.
Okay.
So we have finished our first day of travel and just kind of getting situated here in the hotel. We are on the 16th floor of the hotel. It's a pretty neat place. We've just kind of been getting acclimated, kind of walking around trying to get a feel for where things are today. Things don't officially start till tomorrow, but there are a lot of people who came in today for the conference. So I have seen a lot of people walking around that are albino as well, and it's been kind of interesting because, you know, as I've said before, I didn't grow up knowing a lot of albinos, so to see this many in one place is kind of, you know, it's bringing those nerves up, but it's kind of exciting. You know, one thing that's kind of interesting is we're all at a different place in our journey. Some people are more comfortable in their journey. They're at a place where they're kind of used to it and they're fully embracing it. Other people are maybe, you know, still a little shy about it, and I'm kind of in that category. I did meet a couple of ladies that were very, very nice. I get the impression they're part of the welcoming committee, but they just were very excited that I was here. It was my first conference. They took a picture with me. It was very excited. They were just like, you know, if you see us around, you have any questions? So that was very nice. So hopefully tomorrow, as things kick off, we will meet some more people and, you know, actually talk to some people, because I have seen a lot of people walking around, but actually talking to them has not been very many because I'm shy. I don't like to initiate when I'm feeling shy. So, you know, that's kind of the way I am. So that's okay. So we're going to go and get some ice cream and enjoy a little bit of the outside. You know, there's some lights up outside. There's a fountain outside. It's kind of lit up. So we're going to go kind of check that out a little bit. I don't know that you can even begin to see our hotel. This is our view from our hotel. We're on the 16th floor, so that's pretty exciting actually. So that's down at the parking area. That's actually like the valet parking and the shuttle stop thing, so it's pretty cool. Tomorrow we're going to be going to downtown Disney. There's going to be a scavenger hunt activity that we're going to do. We've kind of gotten to look at some of the things we'll be looking for, and you know, so that'll be kind of fun. It's very fortunate that I'm bringing a CNI person with me because you know, a lot of it is looking at things, so should be quite interesting. So anyways, we will see what else we can get into tonight, and then we will take you with us when we go check that out. So it is day one of the conference, and we have some pre-conference activities. So we are going to take the shuttle over to downtown Disney and do the scavenger hunt. There's a list of things we have to find, so we'll see what kind of things we can do. Probably do a little bit of shopping, you know, why not? I got my shirt on that says keep out of direct sunlight. Lauren gave me that shirt, so that's very fitting for the occasion. It's also very amusing because it's cloudy today, so that's really helpful. And of course, the essentials for the start of the day. So we came down to downtown Disney. I didn't do a lot of filming while we were doing the scavenger hunt, but I was happy to see that it actually was things I was able to do. But it was kind of nice because Lauren was able to use the map and see where things were located, which was a little bit more of a challenge for me. But we had a good time. We explored, got food, got ice cream. Okay, so we just went down and did the registration, which basically means get a folder that has all of your information, your stuff, I should say. So you get a large print badge with your name on it in case you can't find yourself. I'm just kidding. Ours came with this thing here so that we can tell that each other all the first time people there, so that's kind of nice. Then you get little wrist bracelets with the different things you've signed up for. So this is my Friday breakfast, and this is my Saturday night pizza thing, and the Saturday breakfast. We should have 2 of each of those.
I was just gonna say, there's only 1 of each of those.
And then we have.
That's not good.
Oh, because you paid for yours. Oh, you probably have a folder.
Oh.
I forgot about that. You probably do have a folder because
folder with 3 wristbands in it.
They probably gave you one of these too. We'll have to go and check that out. This is for the movie we're gonna go see. So, and then they just kind of like add information this so we know where to show up for the movie, and we get little booklet of just information. We get like a general schedule, just kind of basically this folder just has a bunch of information, which is very helpful. You get a lanyard to put your name badge on so that we can all see each other. This was one of the things I wondered, like, would this be something that would be large print, you know, like, you know, see each other's names and things like that. So,
what do you think of the size print in these things?
Well, let's see. It's at least not terrible, but this is the font. I mean, it's at least not terrible. So, you know, but honestly, it could be a little bit bigger, but the book probably would have been a lot bigger too. So I don't know. It's not bad. It's nice, bold letters. Most of them ish, you know. So, all right. So we're going to have to go downstairs and see if Lauren actually has a folder that has her own name on it, because we forgot, because she registered. Her and I were registered together. I did the registration, but then when we went to do the meal tickets, we supposed to get our t-shirts? I wonder if I'm supposed to. Let's go downstairs and check things out. So we are headed down to do the first timers session. I don't know exactly what you want to call it, but they put us all in there. Yes, the elevator is very annoying. It has to beep at everything. This is so much fun. But anyways, they're going to put us all together and give us a little bit of an extra spiel. And then later tonight, they'll have a time where we can actually kind of, like they call it a meetup of all the first timers. So that'll be kind of nice too.
Sessions to some meetups to some forums to even some social fun activities. We've got it all for you, for every age.
So we had a first timers orientation that was separate from the official opening session. So they give you a little bit of extra information about what to expect and things since it's your first time.
Then they had a opening session. We had some of the board members. We had people talking about some different things. They brought out the mascot, which is a bottle of sunscreen, and his name is Spiffy. So there he is, just hyping up the crowd. That was kind of fun, actually, to get kind of hyped up for the weekend. And then after this, we will have a first-timers reception. This was just a time for us to chit-chat a little bit and kind of get to know a few more of the first-timers.
Anyways, so we have finished day 1 of the conference. The conference officially started at 3 o'clock with the registration, but we did pre-conference activities, doing downtown Disney scavenger hunt and things like that. So that was pretty cool. So we did the registration, which was basically collecting our stuff.
It was very simple.
Yeah. And then we had a first timers, what did they call that?
I don't know, it's kind of like a welcome orientation sort
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
More on the welcome side than the orientation side.
Right. Yeah. So they kind of introduced a few people, and the board members were there. There was probably, I want to say, maybe 150 people in there, roughly 100, 150. So that was kind of cool that there were that many first timers. Then we had the official opening session was at 7:30, and so that was everybody. They said that there was 700 plus people registered this time. That's pretty cool. And then after that, we had a first timers reception, and that ended up being a very small group of people. I think it was only like 15 of us or something in there, maybe.
Like that.
And it was kind of just like a little time to be social, kind of just chat with each other, get to know each other. There was not nearly as many people, but I think that's because a lot of the people that were first timers, first of all, there were a couple other groups going on at the same time, so some of them could have been in there. There was like a young adult thing and a regular adult connection thing, and then the official opening session thing. They had food out there and stuff, and so people were still kind of lingering in there. So I think there was some of that going on, but it was pretty nice. I've actually had a couple conversations with some people. It was something I was a little bit nervous about going into this, is actually talking to people, and
She's shy except when she isn't.
Exactly. Well, I'm shy to start a conversation. Yes. Once a conversation is started, that's a little different. Mm-hmm. But you know, it's good. I've met a few of the first timers, and you know, I don't know. It's kind of fun to joke with other people a little bit. So, what are your thoughts? Because you have had some interesting observations that I thought were kind of funny.
I mean, one that just popped in my head was it's good to see other people with albinism also having a sense of humor, because you have a very good sense of humor about it. So it's fun to see other people's jokes that they will make about, I'm the guy with the white hair. It's like, yeah, there are a lot of guys with white hair around here.
Right.
But yeah, one thing I kind of noticed was, I guess just I don't know if you call them mannerisms,
Behaviors, mechanisms.
Yeah.
Functioningness.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the right term for that is. But because of the visual impairment aspect, she has to get really close to her phone to read it properly or see various details, or get up really close to the signboards to see what's going on to be able to read it. And it's been interesting to see other people doing that, because I'm not used to seeing a lot of people having to get up really close. So that's kind of interesting. Oh, also the the peripheral vision, your peripheral vision's not that great.
Yeah.
So like when you're looking around, observing your surroundings, you have to be like moving your head with your eyes to see like what's going on. And I've seen a good bit of that too.
Yeah.
Not everybody, but some.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely been interesting to see so many other albinos in one space.
Mhm.
Like, and it's kind of interesting because, so something that the conference does that's kind of cool is they have, I think I showed you in an earlier video, they have part of your tag actually says first timers. So you can tell when people are walking around, they're wearing their name badge. You can tell if they've been here before. Now you can't tell how many years they've been. So, you know, if this is their second conference, they might still be a little bit kind of, you know, new or whatever. But it's kind of like you see people with their people, if you want to say, you know, like
Yeah.
people are with their families, with their friends, you know, things like that. And so, you know, just because you pass by a group of albinos, you may or may not interact with them, but it's kind of like, it's almost like, and it's not like because you're being rude or anything, it's just because it's like, I know that sometimes I don't see people, and I don't know if they saw me, and it's like this, like, because I have the hardest time, like, part of the reason why I don't like to initiate conversation is because I cannot read body cues, body language, and I can't see the eyes making connection with my eyes. So it's like
that recognition of,
right.
I know you.
Yeah, or that like I see that you're looking at me, like that look of acknowledgement kind of a thing. I can't see that, so I don't know if there has been that like, oh, you know, and so I don't like initiating conversation. But it's like another albino, I'm like, they might have the same problem I do, and it's like, did you actually see me standing here? Because you might not have. Because I just walked past somebody else and they were standing right there and I did not see them, and I just like boop. And so I don't know. It's definitely interesting to see like the levels of comfort, because some people will come right up to you and just start chatting to you. Other people's a little bit more shy, and I think that's good because, you know, you need that mix just in general, but in something like this, it's good to have those people that just come up to you and introduce themselves, and they're just like, okay, you know, and who are you? And it's been funny because I tell people she's my C&I person, and you know, a lot of them kind of get a kick out of that. You know, some of them are like, oh yeah, I have one of those. Like,
yeah. But another thing with the having to get up close to things to read is not everybody has that need. With the broad spectrum of albinism is also the visual spectrum
mm-hmm.
of how well or not different people see. So some people can drive, some people can't.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of been interesting to kind of observe too.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go to bed. It is late.
Mm-hmm.
Things start off tomorrow morning. And we'll see what kind of things we get ourselves into. There's a lot of things going on. There's just like, I don't know, there's multiple sessions going on at a time, different places. So that's kind of cool, but there's definitely something for everybody at this conference, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's been kind of interesting to hear how people have heard about the conference, because like, for me, like I've just always known it existed because I grew up having an awareness of it, like at some point along the way. I mean, there was probably a point when I didn't know it existed, but because that one time that we considered going, I must have been young enough that like it was kind of, I mean, I feel like I was probably, I want to say 10, 11, 12, something like that, maybe middle school age. It seems like that is about right. And so it's just kind of been something I've just known about. And so I just never really thought about the fact that like some people just found out about it. And I'm like, no, I didn't know you didn't know about it. Like,
everybody knew about this.
Well, and especially like people with albinism. I'm like, you grew up with albinism. How did you not know about this? But apparently, like, but that makes sense. I mean, if just people had different experiences. People got connected in different ways. Like, I don't know. So that's been kind of interesting to kind of see how people have been connected to the albinism community. It's I think it's also kind of interesting because they make a big deal about this is community, this is family. And it's like, I'm very new, so it's like I'm not quite there yet. But I think it's like, I don't even know how to explain it, because it's like, it's like, it's so new that like it never really, like, I know it's a community because that's what they call themselves, the albinism community. But it's like, I've never really thought about having community with people who had albinism. Like, I guess that's like fully embracing the albinism enough to like bond with somebody over it. And it's like, I've never really done that before. So like the thought of that is just like, wow, okay, that's very interesting. I mean, I think it's very good, but it's just not my experience. And so I'm like, this is going to be interesting. I don't know. But I mean, good signs, because Lauren and I had been already talking about future conferences.
Yep.
I mean, we hadn't even had the opening session yet, and we were already like, well, you know, if we come back again, here's what we can do, and here's what we can do, and blah, blah, blah. So it's safe to say that we will come back in the future. We haven't even finished the full day. I mean, we haven't even had a full day of just conference. We've had mostly pre-conference things today, so, but that's cool. And so we will see what tomorrow holds, and it should be great. So stay tuned.